Good morning, students. Welcome to the lecture series of parallel computing. In today's lecture, I am going to discuss about the problems that occurs during the implementation of algorithm on the parallel computer. So before discussing this problem, there is one question for all of you. What is parallel computer? A parallel computer is a multiprocessor computer which is capable of executing multiple tasks simultaneously, or it is capable of parallel processing. The problems that occurs during the implementation of algorithm on parallel computers are the static mapping of the processes to processors on multi-computers and processor array. It is very important to map the processes to the processors. The second issue is the dynamic load balancing on multi-computers. There should be an even distribution of work among all the processors on multi-computers. The third issue is the task scheduling on the multiprocessor. And the last is your how this parallel processors handles deadlock. In today's lecture, I will discuss one of the major issue, that is your dynamic load balancing on multi-computers. So let's understand what do you mean by the dynamic load balancing. If the data were distributed evenly among all the local memories of a multi-computer processors, the processor workload would be balanced for the entire computation. However, it is not true for all the cases. In every cases, we cannot make the even distribution of work among all the processors. A multi-computer is a computer which consists of many computers. They they don't have any shared memory. Each computer have their own local memory and they communicate through the message passing technique. Then how we define the dynamic load balancing? A dynamic load balancing can be defined as it is the process of making changes to the distribution of work among the processors at the runtime. It should not be like that there is one processor which is overburdened and there is other processor which doesn't have any work to do. So there should be a even distribution of the work among all the processor. However, the success rate of the dynamic load balancing is the net reduction of the execution time which is achieved by applying the load balancing algorithm. If we apply the load balancing algorithm and there is a net reduction in the execution time, then you can say that yes, the algorithm is the good one. The dynamic load balancing algorithms is classified into three types, and they are centralized load balancing algorithm, fully distributed load balancing algorithm, and the semi-distributed load balancing algorithm. So first we will discuss about your centralized load balancing algorithm, how this algorithm work. In the case of a centralized load balancing algorithm, here a global decision is made about the reallocation of work to a processor. There is one node on which a global information is stored, and this information is useful to do a good job balancing among the processors. Here each processor will be considered as a node. So there is one particular node is selected here, and on that node the global information is stored and a global decision is made about the reallocation of work to processor. However, first let's discuss about the advantage. The advantage with the centralized load balancing algorithm is that just we have to select a particular node on which all the information will be stored. If we want to have information about how which processor is having how many load, then we can find it from that particular node. But the disadvantage with this algorithm is that it does not scale well, because here the amount of information increases linearly with the number of processor. As we are storing all the information on the single node, so if the number of processor will increase, the amount of information will also increase on that particular node. Now let's talk about the fully distributed load balancing algorithm. In this algorithm, each processor builds its own view of the state of the system, and there is a here the processor exchange information with the neighboring processor and use this information to make local changes in the allocation of work. Here each processor will communicate with its neighboring processor, and they gather the information and use that information for the reallocation of work. The advantage with the fully distributed load balancing algorithm is that it has a lower scheduling overhead, and the disadvantage is like here our processors have only the local state information. So if we want to find out the information, the the distribution of task among all the processor information, then we have to find out all those nodes where the local information are stored. So here the workload may not be balanced as in the case of a centralized algorithm. Now comes to your semi-distributed load balancing algorithm. Here in this case we divide the processors into a particular region, and within each region we apply a centralized algorithm which distribute the workload among the processor. As we have seen that in centralized load balancing algorithm, we select a particular node, and on that node only all the global information is stored. However, in the case of a semi distributed load balancing algorithm, we divide different regions, and in each regions we apply a centralized algorithm. So in that particular region, if a particular node is selected for storing the global information, so there will not be a huge amount of information to be stored on that particular node. So these are the three algorithms that are used for the load balancing on multi computers. Depending upon the problem, or depending upon the what type of task is to be performed by the computers, the algorithm is selected. Thank you.